Last year, my brother took Steph Curry's masterclass and beat me in a game of one-on-ones. And that sucked. But what's even worse is our games have only gotten more lopsided, and it's not hard to see why.
Expose him! Expose him!
My defense is atrocious. In fact, my defense was so bad, a lot of people in the comments actually accused me of throwing my game against Cam, and I only wish that was true. What hurts me the most is that basketball used to be my sport. It was the reason I first got into weight training to begin with, and while I've continued improving my strength as an adult, my ability to move on the court feels gone. So what I want to find out is if there's any way I can get it back. To do that, I'm going to train like the NBA's best defender for 30 days and challenge my brother to a rematch to see if I can lock him up. But who is the NBA's best defender?
Anytime I listen to a podcast where an NBA player is on there and they're asked, who is the guy that gives you the most trouble defensively? Everybody says
Jrue Holiday.
Jrue Holiday.
I think he's the best defender.
He got good hands, he's strong, he got good instincts.
And when I strap up against Jrue, look, we got to get to it.
He's picked by Holiday, and that's gonna do it! What a play!
One of the best two-way players in the NBA.
And blocked by Jrue Holiday! An elite all-time defender.
He is stellar on the defensive end.
Seeing him guard the ball up close, there's no one that can do what he does.
I don't know if I've ever seen anyone with this type of motor to be able to chase a guy like Steph Curry around, run through screens, get hit, get bumped, and still try to contest. And then bring the ball up on offense, make the better play, game in and game out is unbelievable. That's really the main attribute that he possesses that's one of one on this planet.
This is Coach Mike G. He's been Jrue's trainer for the past 10 years, and he's offered to put me through 4 weeks of his basketball strength program at gbghoops.com.
When I think of Jrue, he is the king at cutting people off. He can be in front of a ball handler, jump in the direction before the ball handler even gets there. They run into a strong chest, and then he does the little offhand poke out. Prince gets the ball and gets a layup. I can't teach you that. Nobody can, right? What I can teach you is when you start to guess right and anticipate right, you're able to sustain that contact where they like literally bounce off your chest. And that is a teachable moment. I can create exercise and drills where you're learning how to get heavy, able to absorb a blow or contact and make it feel like you're a brick wall. Those types of exercises are going to involve lots of core exercise training. Anytime you're doing a core exercise where you're standing, where you're practicing a wide base, where you're practicing a lower level, where you're practicing stiffening up your core, that's what's going to translate to that moment when you cut the ball handler off and you want to get heavy.
To get started, I'm doing a lower body workout from Coach Mike's program. And while this workout does feature some traditional weight training, the focus is really on creating movement-specific exercises that will carry over to the court and to locking up my brother. With sets that challenge my strength, balance, and motor control, this workout is definitely kicking my So it is 3 days in and already my legs feel like jello. I thought I would do pretty well from a strength component of this goal, but these workouts hit different. The long lower body holds I'm doing, the stability drills, all of this has me just foam rolling my legs into oblivion today. And I need to add more to my training to work on my speed, my lateral quickness. So tomorrow I'm going to the park and I am bringing a basketball so I can hopefully improve my handle at the same time I'm working on improving my defensive speed. I'm starting out with crossovers into an in and out dribble while shuffling my feet side to side within the circle. And it becomes painfully obvious just how rusty my skills have become. And I'm really having to face the fact that I'm not nearly as skilled as I used to be, leading to a really disappointing first day back on the court. Going into this challenge, I had 2 big priorities that I wanted to accomplish. One, obviously, is to be able to guard my brother on defense and start winning our one-on-one games. Second, I want to be able to play pickup ball again without being a liability for my team. It's definitely something I feel really self-conscious about, and I know it actually keeps me from going out and just having fun playing basketball. So I need to just confront that over the course of this challenge for myself. To accomplish these goals, I've divided my training into 3 categories: completing Coach Mike G's training program 5 days per week to build strength and prevent injury, getting in skills training at the park to work on my ball handling so I'm able to move quicker on offense as well as on defense. And finally, foot speed drills to work on my lateral quickness and athleticism so I have the agility I actually need to keep up with Cam when we meet for our rematch. As I settle into a rhythm with Coach Mike's workouts and some agility drills he's recommended, I'm realizing there are still a number of exercises I don't have the ideal equipment for. And when I look at Jrue Holiday's off-season training, he's finding so many ways to create movement-specific time under tension. So I'm gonna try out these things called wear bands, which are designed to create added resistance through your training to see if they help. Okay, that's definitely a weird sensation. But each step, I'm definitely like engaging stabilizers to keep my legs from not kicking up with the bands. So there's something here. Nice. What it is, I don't know yet. After warming up, I tried going through the same agility drills I was doing a week earlier, and I'm shocked by how quick it feels like my body is hitting a wall, as my legs feel exhausted after just a couple drills with the added resistance. So I add them to my ball handling drills as well the following day. For these exercises, I'm constantly holding an athletic stance with my glutes and hamstrings now having to work against the bands just to hold the position. I decided to time this workout on my watch, and after just 10 minutes, my heart is racing, and after 15, it feels like my legs are down for the count. So today I am probably as nervous as I have felt through the course of this goal, and that is because I reached out to Leo, who is a local skills coach here in Vancouver. I asked him if he could coach me some on my one-on-one defense, and what he did was he invited a bunch of his pickup friends out so I could play against each one of them in one-on-one games to test out my skill and see how I handle different types of players. It's no question a great opportunity to learn and improve, but in the back of my head, I'm just terrified I'm going to embarrass myself.
Defense is like a game of chess. You're trying to set up traps for your opponent so that you can take away as much operating space for them as possible. If your opponent is more of a shooter, you kind of have to not give them space to shoot. And when you know that they can't shoot as well, but they're a stronger driver, you want to sag off a little bit so that your recovering spaces are quicker. I think now we're going to jump right into the one-on-one. Nothing better than trial by fire.
For my first matchup, I'm going against Taylor. Taylor has a clear length advantage, which is allowing him to easily shoot over me whenever I sag off. And on defense, he's able to wall up the paint while still recovering to contest any of my shots. Our first game is not giving me a lot of confidence.
You're giving him the full right side to operate, which is his dominant hand, which is where he wants to be. So the next time you play him, if he starts the ball off like this, you want to force him to the left side and you want to kind of give him this angle. For the next one, I really want to focus on staying low to the ground. Do not buy into the head fakes or the jabs as much. Close it out, way to engage, stay low, don't buy the head fakes. Good defense, way to go.
While I still struggle to score in our second game, I'm doing a much better job at taking away Taylor's first option and recovering quick enough to contest his jumpers.
Way to make it super difficult for him.
For my next game, I'm guarding Leo, and while this time I'm the one with the size advantage, Leo is a lot quicker with the ball, and he's able to use that to create space and pull up into his shot. However, when I do grab possession, I'm at least able to play to my advantage and score inside against the smaller defender.
Great shot.
And I start figuring out better strategies for keeping up with Leo when he's handling on the perimeter.
Ah, good defense.
And my final assignment is guarding Jeremy in the post.
Nice.
Again, I'm working against a taller player and trying to use my strength and speed to mitigate the mismatch.
Yeah, great defense. Oh, great defense. Got the ball.
While on offense, taking the time to assess my defender without making an impulsive move and find a way to create the best shot.
Perfect.
When I finished my workshop with Leo, we decided to stick around and play some 2-on-2, and I did not feel like a liability. In fact, I thought I could go out and contribute and compete, and genuinely just had so much fun being on the court again, and I'm so glad I got over that fear. Honestly, I just feel like I have improved in so many aspects of my game. I can easily see that my ball handling has improved from where I was when I started on day one. I could see the benefits of Coach Mike's strength program when I had to guard in the post, And all that leaves for me now is to finally beat Cam in our one-on-one. And with all of the help I have received, all of the coaching, I have to win tomorrow. It would be humiliating to put in all this work and still lose. Since the focus of my training has been on defense, I've offered Cam the first possession because I want to see how well my practice has actually paid off. Let's go.
That's nice.
On offense, I'm trying to play to my strengths, which is pretty reliant on me consistently hitting jumpers. Up 3-0, and Cam starts to get serious. Cam's looking to beat me off the dribble, and every time I realize he's starting his move by attacking hard to the left. So my job is to start taking that option away.
When you guess right and you cut the ball handler off and they run into you, you're able to sustain that contact where they like literally bounce off your chest.
By taking away Cam's first option, I'm forcing him into consistently tougher shots. So even when he makes them, I know I'm happy to stick to my game plan, and pretty soon Cam starts to get frustrated. But say one thing about my brother, he hates losing. And he's giving everything he's got to keeping me from scoring, turning our game into a defensive grind. And unfortunately for me, Cam is a much faster player, and the longer our game goes, the more I'm slowing down. As hard as I've been training, my conditioning still isn't where I need it to be, and my offensive game is suffering. But as long as I can just stay focused on the defensive end, it really doesn't matter how ugly my offense gets. I just have to keep Cam from scoring. With each stop, I feel a little boost in confidence, and while my offense continues to struggle, I am slowly starting to take over this game. As tired as I feel, I finally have a chance to close Cam out. The moment I've spent the past 30 days preparing for. Got him.
That got ugly for a time. It got really ugly, but I feel really satisfied with that. Really satisfied. That was my flu game. Just trying.
That was my flu game without the flu.
It was my flu game because I gave effort and it hurt.
You dumb.
I want to say a huge thank you to Coach Mike G and to Leo for all of their help with this goal. Links for both of them are in the video description. And I want to thank Wearbands for letting me try their product as part of my training and saying I could give my honest opinion of what I thought. So I will say right out the gate that just doing 15 to 20 minutes of agility or ball handling with the Wearbands was incredibly challenging. For me, this meant I was improving my muscle endurance at the same time I was getting in cardio and skills work, which made what I was doing so efficient and effective. But I found them specifically helpful on any drills when you were having to stay low for long stretches or doing explosive and acceleration training. I think you'll find Wearbands do so much to increase muscle hypertrophy, and when I went back to training without them, I felt like I had energy to go so much farther. Wearbands is offering our audience a 20% discount on any orders. Just use the code GOALGUYS to get 20% off your order, and you'll help us keep making videos as well. If you'd like to see more basketball-themed videos from us in the future, let me know what you think those should be in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.